Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Rita Karamulido and the purpose of the video is to fulfill the final project of the ELT curriculum. So, I will explain what I learned in this semester first and after that I answer some questions. So, I will explain what I learned in this semester first. So, in this semester I learned about assessment in curriculum design. So, assessment in curriculum design refers to process evaluating and measuring learners' knowledge, skills, and ability to determine their progress and achievement within an educational program. So, the type of assessment is placement assessment, formative assessment, summative assessment, time assessment, and diagnostic assessment. And the second one is I learned about communicative approach. So, in 1984, curriculum marked a significant shift in Indonesians language learning by introducing the communicative approach. This approach prioritizes students' ability to communicate effectively in various real-world situations, emphasizing listening, speaking, and then reading and writing skills. The communicative approach was implemented in the following ways: learning activity, for example, discussions or debates, and learning evaluations, for example, is essay writing. So the next is I learned about curriculum 2004. The curriculum 2004 or competency-based curriculum was significant shift in Indonesia's education system. CBC promote contextual learning and then connecting concept to real-world application. So students engage in diverse activity including individual and group projects and then problem solving exercise and real world experience. One of the key feature of the CBC is the focus on authentic learning. And the next, I learned about CBC principle. So the CBC principle is student-centered. The curriculum was designed to meet the needs and interests of students and to help them develop their full potential. And the next CBC principle is competency-based. The curriculum was focused on developing student skill and competencies, which they called used to success in school, work, and life. And then the next contextual, and then integrated. And the next one, I learned about Merdeka curriculum. So, the Merdeka curriculum, also known as the Curriculum Merdeka, is a new curriculum framework introduced by the Indonesian's Ministry of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology, Kemendikbudristek in 2021. It aims to transform the education system in Indonesia by providing greater flexibility and autonomy for schools to design their own learning programs that are to the specific needs of their students and communities. So they are what I learned about in this semester, and then the next I will answer the questions. So the first questions, I will analyze the two curricula and identify similarities and differences. So I will analyze the curriculum 2013 and then Merdeka curriculum. So curriculum 2013 was the national curriculum of Indonesia until 2021. It was characteristic by student-centered approach, emphasizing the development of critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity skill. And Merdeka curriculum is the flexibility and autonomy for school to design their own learning programs. And then the similarities between two curricula is both curricula are based on competency-based approach, with students expected to achieve specific competencies in each subject. And then both curricula include core competencies that all students are expected to achieve. And then differences between the two curricula is curriculum 2013 was more structured, with the national government providing detailed guidelines for curriculum implementations. And Merdeka curriculum provide greater flexibility for school to design their own learning pathways. And then the differences between The two curricula is the Merdeka curriculum introduce a concept called Profil Pelajar Merdeka, which outlines the development of student beyond academic achievement. And then the differences between two curricula is curriculum 2013 places a stronger emphasis on standard assessment, and then the Merdeka curriculum emphasizes formative assessment and encourage teacher to focus on students' progress rather than standard scores. And then the next question is analyze the two teaching approach methods and identify similarities and differences between the two approaches methods. So I explanation about communicative language teaching approach, and then project-based learning. So communicative language teaching or CLT, and then project-based learning or PBL. So the similarities between CLT and PBL is both CLT and PBL are student-centered, a process that focus on active learning and engagement. And then both CLT and PBL emphasize the use of authentic materials and real-world context. And then both CLT and PBL promote development of critical thinking, problem solving, and communication skills. And then differences between CLT and PBL is CLT focuses on the development of language skill, while PBL focus on the development of competencies across multiple domains. And then CLT is typically implemented in language classroom, while PBL can be implemented in any subject area. And then the next, CLT activities are typically shorter and more focused than PBL projects. And then situations when CLT is useful when student needs to develop their language skill for real-world communications, and then when student needs to practice using language in variety of context, and when student need to become more fluent and confident speakers of the target language. And then situations when PBL is useful is when students need to develop their critical thinking skill and problem solving skill. And then when students need to learn how to apply their knowledge to real world situations. And then situations when PBL is useful is when students need to collaborate with others to achieve a common goal. So the next questions or the last questions is analyze the two curricula and identify similarities and differences between two curricula. So I want to identify the curriculum 2006, and then I will identify curriculum 2013. So I will identify similarities and differences. So curriculum 2006 was the national curriculum of Indonesia from 2006 to 2013. It was based on competency-based approach, which students expect to achieve specific competencies in each subject. And then curriculum 2013 was introduced in 2013 and is the current national curriculum of Indonesia. Is based on student-centered approach with a focus on developing student critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity skills. And then I will identify the similarities. Both curricula are based on competency-based approach, and both curricula emphasize the importance of character educations, and the both curricula include core competencies that all students are expected to achieve. And differences between two curricula is curriculum 2006 was more focused on rote learning and memorizations, while curriculum 2013 is more focused on developing students' critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity skills. And then curriculum 2013 emphasized the importance of social emotional learning, and then which was not expectedly included in curriculum 2006. Also, curriculum 2006 was more centralized with the national government dictating the curriculum in detail. So, there are what I learned in this semester, and I answered the question. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.